Okay, we are now joined by Miguel Baeza. First question comes from Jay Anderson with Cageside Press.
Thanks very much, and congratulations. This is obviously a huge win. Matt Brown, obviously a huge name. I just want you to tell us, what does this win mean to you?
Well, coming from the Contender Series, I know a lot of people weren't behind me getting picked, so being able to beat a veteran like Matt Brown kind of solidified that I belong here. So it was a big win, and not only that, but kind of a dream come true to fight a guy like that I've been watching for so long, getting the win.
And I was going to ask you about that. Obviously, you're so young in your career. He's been at the UFC since 2008, so he's the guy that you were watching coming up?
Yeah, I was in high school when that guy was fighting.
Absolutely, man. I wanted to ask as well, how different was this bout from your first UFC fight, just in terms of the emotions and the nerves going into it?
It was a crazy ride because we were set to fight him, and then everything happened with COVID-19, and then we got different names and then different dates, and then we said yes, and then something else happened, and then finally we got Matt Brown again, and we said yes, and it was on 2 weeks' notice, and then we were just like, let's do it, and it was a crazy up and down kind of thing, and I'm just glad we were able to finally get it done.
And like you mentioned, it did get moved. It was originally, UFC Columbus in his backyard. What did your camp look like, though, for this fight?
Again, it was strong. Like when we first got the call, I think, was it back in January? Yeah, and then I felt good coming in when up until I think it was 10 days out before it was canceled, and we tried to train as much as we could during COVID-19 when everything was kind of shut down as much as we could, being within the rules. And again, we weren't sure what was going to happen, but we kept on trying to keep training. Obviously, the intensity was taken down because of everything, all the setbacks with COVID-19, but we kept training every day, and then again we took that fight, and then we just tried to step it up from that point we said yes to now. So, I feel like we never really got out of fighting Matt Brown, but definitely things were changing, and we were just trying to prepare as best we could.
And last one for me. What comes next for you? This is a huge win, obviously, a huge name. It's going to give you probably some opportunities moving forward. So do you have anything in mind, and do you have a time frame in mind?
To be honest, it was Matt Brown was the target. Matt Brown was the guy to beat. So we don't really look past anybody, and especially not a Matt Brown. Matt Brown, is a legend, and again, a guy that I've been watching ever since I've even started watching the sport. He's always been a tough guy. So I didn't want to look past him at all. I didn't think about the day after. I thought about today.
All right. Thanks very much, Ken.
All right. Thanks, Miguel. You are good to go.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Take care.